All right, let's talk about what's happening in the Hills, because some big changes are on the horizon. At the latest City Workshop, we got a serious glimpse into the future. We're talking everything from an app that could literally run the city from your phone to a surprise opening on the City Council itself. So what went down and what's it mean for you? Let's break it all down. So let's just start with this question, because honestly, it was at the very heart of the workshop's biggest presentation. I mean, imagine it. No more jumping between a dozen different websites, no more trips to City Hall. Imagine everything you need to deal with the city was just right there in your pocket. Well, that's exactly the idea behind the Super City app. A local resident who just so happens to be the company's CEO presented this new platform to the council. And it has the potential to completely change how we all interact with our local government. This slide just says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the old way. You know the drill, a confusing maze of websites, phone calls, paper forms. And on the right, that's the vision, a single app for literally everything, with AI support and super simple digital payments. It's a huge leap from that old school bureaucracy to just pure convenience. Now, let's dig into what this thing actually does, because some of these features are really smart. The AI chat isn't just some generic bot. Its entire knowledge base is controlled by the city, which is crucial. It means you're getting accurate official information, and you can get it in 14 different languages. The newsfeed only pulls from official sources, so there's no outside noise. And yeah, you can report potholes and pay your bills just by snapping a picture. And that photo bill pay feature? It is a total game changer. It's as simple as it looks. 1, snap a picture of your bill. 2, the AI verifies it's real. 3, you pay however you want. But here's the wildest part. You can pay a city bill in cash at a local CVS. This basically turns retail stores all over town into a city cashier's desk. How cool is that? So here's the question you're probably asking. What's the catch? How much does this all cost, the Hills? And the answer is 0. Nothing. The app is totally free for the city to use. The company makes its money from a small convenience fee they add to payments, kind of like what you see with other online payment systems. This quote really pulls back the curtain on the scale of their ambition here. This isn't just about paying tickets. The long-term plan is to become a neobank, which is basically a digital-only bank that's focused completely on public services. We're talking about things like dispersing city grants, maybe even providing an in-app wallet, really integrating civic life with your personal finances. Okay, so that's the high-tech future being proposed. But how is the city running right now? Let's switch gears and do a rapid-fire look at the key numbers from August, just to get a quick snapshot of the city in action. First up, law enforcement, 116. That was the total number of incidents reported back in August. It just gives you a good baseline for the amount of activity our officers are handling every single month. And digging into that a bit, there were 36 traffic stops. Now, I find this breakdown really interesting. 21 warnings versus only 15 tickets. To me, that suggests a focus on education as much as it is on enforcement. And hey, for those of you driving around town, this is some useful intel. Law enforcement pointed out some specific hotspots for violations. They're keeping an eye out for speeding near the park, people running the stop signs at that three-way intersection by the pond, and get this, an issue with Amazon drivers going the wrong way on Hills Drive. So, just a friendly heads up for everybody. All right, from safety on the roads to some money back in your pocket, here's some really great news from the Mud Report. Because the lake levels have improved, the board approved a return to the non-drought water rates. That means your base rate is going to go down starting with your October bill. So we've seen the city's proposed future and its present reality. And that brings us to the most important part, your role. Let's look at the real, concrete opportunities that are available right now for you to get involved and help shape what comes next. And this is a big one, a really big one. Councilmember Matt Marietta has resigned, and that creates an open seat on the city council. The term runs all the way until November 2026. If you have ever been interested in serving, you need to act fast. Applications are due by Monday, September 15th to the email address right there on your screen. So let's get our calendars out for a second. Here are the key dates you need to know. September 15th, that's the council application deadline. On the 18th, there's a huge public meeting on the budget, tax rate, and zoning. Then, for some fun, you got to mark down the community movie night on the 21st. They're showing E.T. And of course, the big Hills Fest celebration on October 5th. So, when you step back, it really all comes down to this, doesn't it? We've seen a vision for a city run from an app, and at the same time, a very real opening to help run that city from a council seat. It's this powerful moment where cutting-edge technology is meeting classic civic duty. The only question left is, what role will you play?